creating a custom label for your cookie jar for gifting DIY cookie mixes is so much fun and so much easier with a ScanNCut. I've already got a recipe all printed out just on regular printer paper, and now I'm going to be using my ScanNCut DX to select some patterns that I would like to use to create both the recipe card and then a folder for a paper to fold over the recipe card to put them together. Now I am scanning in the paper that I already printed with the recipe card on there, and that is so I can custom size my little card that I'm going to cut out exactly how I want it. The thing I love about this, I'm using a scalloped edge design. There are so many built-in designs, and of course you could bring in your own as well that you can use. And then thanks to the scanning feature, we can customize the size, both height and width, so that it is the perfect size for this project. Once you have that size down, this is the one I'm doing first. Then I'm going to sort out how big I want the fold over card, and I can really easily visually see this right here on my ScanNCut DX screen. I can also rotate the design, which I'm going to do, and I'm going to go ahead and rescan the mat. So scanning the mat is just showing me where my materials are so that I know where to position my cut files. And in this case, I've got some floral pattern on the bottom, and then of course up at the top, I've got my white paper, and I've got a little strip of rainbow tape there just showing me where the edge of my white paper is so I know where that line is clearly. Now I'm just going in to select cut and start. The ScanNCut will cut these out. Then I'm going to place my card in the middle with some tape with the instructions on how to bake, how to prepare the cookie mix. And then on the outside, I'm just going to fold that outside piece, which is cut out of patterned paper, over it. And this is going to give me my little folder. And then all I'm going to need to do is punch a hole in the top there, and it'll be ready to adhere to my jar. Now we could stop here, but you know what? This is a gift. And we've got the ScanNCut making it so easy. So to add a few little more touches, I'm going to pick a few of the built-in flower designs and size them down somewhere between 1 to 2.5 inches, depending on how big your jar is, but also how big you want that. And you can pick as many or as few as you want. Once again, I am scanning in my mat so I can see clearly where my papers are. From here, I can resize and move my flowers, cut them out. And then I'm just going to add a little texture to the flowers by kind of bending the petals, give them a little more dimension there, and then just use either tape or glue and adhere them to the card. If you want to add a little liquid adhesive in a button or a glue dot in a button, that's certainly a fun option as well. Now I'm going to go in one more time. This time we're going to be cutting sticker vinyl, and I'm selecting a pattern. There's one that says recipe. So I'm going to be putting recipe on the front, and I'll add the word cookie as well. Sizing down, I know that for my cover here, 3.5 inches is about the maximum width that I want. Now, you could have done this the opposite way. You could have done the words first and the flowers second. I wanted to see how my flowers went and make the words fit around the sizes of my flowers. Now I've got in here, scan my material, because I only need a small little piece of vinyl, and then I can resize additionally. The cookie is just a built-in font to the ScanNCut. The recipe is something imported. You could use any type of Word files that you would like here, and you can size them however you would like. I'm just making sure that I like both the size in relation to each other and that they are both under 3.5 inches. Once I am happy with these, we're just going to click through OK, select cut, and now we're going to turn the half cut back on. To do this in the tools there, you're just turning half cut to on, and this is for vinyls especially, or stickers. This cuts the material, not the backing paper, so it makes it even easier. As you can see here, I am weeding out all of the vinyl that I do not intend to transfer. This is a very easy process. You just want to work nice and slow and steady and remove all those bits of vinyl that you didn't want on there. Then use some transfer material to lift your word and place it on here. Again, I'm choosing to do this with the flowers already in place. You could reverse that order if that's easier for you. Just depends on personal preference and how you work. Now, the word cookie, what I'm going to do is actually transfer the word, but then individually transfer the letters. And the reason for this is I wanted them a little closer together, and I didn't want them perfect. I wanted it a little scattered. So I'm just pressing one letter at a time here to transfer it from the transfer material. And yes, you can reuse that transfer material as long as it stays sticky enough to get the vinyl. Look how cute that is. One last step, well, I guess technically two final steps. Number one, fill your jar with the recipe using all food safety, of course. Now, what I really like about this is none of our crafty stuff will come in contact with the food. It's all outside. The jar is sealed before I ever put the stuff on there. Now, I'm just tying a knot with some ribbons and then using another ribbon through the hole there of the recipe card and looping this through to attach it to my ribbons around the top of the jar. You could attach vinyl itself to the jar. Depends on what you're doing, depends on your jar, what you would like. I just love how cute this is. And we've got all our instructions right there. And thanks to the ScanNCut, I have customized a perfect gift that I am now ready to give to a dear friend. Thanks for watching.